Well, first of all, I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am a conservative. I believe in moral and values. I believe that things need to be good for people. I don't think that there should be any kind of politicians sitting and getting filthy rich for their own gain and piss down the neck of its constituents. I don't think that's okay. So if I was forced to vote, I would have to vote Republican because I can't vote Democratic because I can't vote for communism because that's what the Democrats are. They're communists. So we got this issue now with the American baby formula. So Stefanik says here that American children first, GOP blast Biden's formula fumble. There will be a red tsunami in November. That is, if we even get that far. We know what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, and we know what the jungle drums are saying. But it says here during her final private press conference, the White House Press Secretary, the communist Jen Psaki, was forced to field some very difficult questions about the baby formula shortage. Analyst says that the formula supply is 43% below normal. Psaki says it's a regional problem. No, it's not a regional problem. It's a problem created by you, communists. This story about because of contaminants in the plant of Michigan, I think that's nothing but hogwash. It's bullshit. We know exactly what's going on here. You're starving our American children because you don't give a shit about Americans. Sometimes the issue at play here is that bigger retailers has more streamlined process for stocking the shelves than smaller retailers, Pisaki explained. That is bullshit. Because if you're a store manager, you know what you have in stock, right? And when you know that your product is being sold at this rate in the store, you already pre-order that product because you know that product will quickly be sold out. So therefore, you continuously, as a retailer manager, order in products so that your customers, every time they go to the store, can get the product that they need. That's how you run a retail store. So that is a bullshit explanation right here. This is, oh man, it's not about streamlined. They know and they order, but they can't get it because I know where it's going. It's definitely not going to the Americans, which is, I find, seriously disturbing. So, a lot of people go to stores in their community to go buy baby formula, and it may just be that there is a bit of a delay in stocking those shelves. Of course there is, because you created the problem. Like the stickers we see on the gas station saying, with a picture of Biden. I did that. Biden blames Russia for the high gas prices, which is another blatant lie. We have oil here in America. We are energy independent, so Russia has absolutely nothing to do with our skyrocketing gas prices. Another bloody lie. Or is it because they want us to pay those $54 billion that they are going to send to a corrupt government in Ukraine? And a country that is not even signed its own declaration of independence. It still belongs physically and on the paper to Russia. But everybody is up in arms over that. Yeah, I think war is bad. It is always bad. I understand why people are upset over it. But, I think Putin is on something here regarding taking Ukraine because he is so fed up with the West, the Nazis, the neo-communists. using Ukraine to launder their dirty money. Because that is exactly what's going on, which has been going on for a couple of decades. And who's getting rich on it? You know. But a few get very rich on it. And that last name to them is called Biden. Yeah. Sometimes the issue at play here is, oh, I already read that. From Fox News, the press secretary went on to bullet point steps the federal government is taking to alleviate the shortages in short term. You know how we can alleviate this shortage? That is that the Democratic Party steps down and pretty much eradicate themselves, and then they let younger, not career criminal politician, but younger people with visions and an idea of how to run a nation for everyone, not just for themselves. The White House is offering rebates for states to address the stock regionally, and the VIC recipients will be receiving greater freedom choosing formula for their children. Receiving greater freedom? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Is that a communist talking here? No one is receiving greater freedom. Everybody has the freedom to choose what formula they want for their freaking child. The Constitution ensures that. So we are working not just to address. We've been working to address for months. No, you have not. You've been stealing money from the American citizens by increasing the inflation in this country so you can ship the money to Ukraine. That's what you've been doing. Nothing else. Because you have done nothing, absolutely nothing positive for this country in any form or fashion, except being treasonous all the way. Ever since the election until this day, you have been doing nothing but criminal activities. Which, if the people would really freaking wake up and see what's going on, what you're doing, you would be hanging in the nearest tree on the Congress lawn. That's how criminal you are. You do know that treason is punishable by death. Not that I encourage anybody to go out and kill somebody, not at all. But I encourage people to say enough is enough and make you bloody freaking leave voluntarily the entire Washington. All of you fired. We pay for you. You work for us. We don't work for you. You're there because of us. We can move you away from there easily. And why are people not doing that? Why are people just going about their business all the time and things just getting worse and worse? And then you're believing all the lies. Oh, your rising prices is because of Russia and Ukraine. It's Putin's fault. It's Trump's fault. When everything was going bloody well before you came in office. It hasn't gone so good in 40 years in this country. For the first time in 40 years, America became energy independent. And where are we now? We are closing in at over $5 a gallon for diesel for the trucks to deliver your goods, caused by the District of Columbia or District of Criminals. That's you. It's not Putin. It's not Trump. It's you. So, GOP leadership is condemning the administration inaction on the crisis, blasting them for sending pallets worth baby food to the southern border to feed migrant children who came from country illegally. Exactly. I am pretty harsh here, and it might sound very inhumane. If I were president, of United States of America, I would finish the wall. I will make sure that no illegal immigrants ever entered into this country. Anybody do so, they go to jail. And then they're deported after that. And if they do a repeat offense on that, they go to jail for life. Migration, according to American law, is illegal. This is not immigration. This is migration, and that is illegal. Immigration is legal because it's done legally with paperwork, so that the current state that you are residing in has the information about you. That's legal. When you come as a migrant, nobody know who you are. You just here. And you actually taking away a job from a legally resident in this country. But that's what the communists want. They want to replace all Americans with these illegal migrants. If it was up to the communists, the Democrats, they would send Gestapo out and kill all of us. But they can't do that, of course, because we armed to the teeth. So that's why we are having this repeating talk about white supremacy because of what happened, the false flag attack up in New York, Buffalo. Right? We got to have that back into the mix. So we can say, oh, it's white supremacy. Oh, we got to fight that and we got to get rid of it. And yet they're putting CRT into the school system to fuel hatred between the races. You can see that's an oxymoron, can you? And again, when the hell are you waking up? You don't have to be afraid of anything. Oh, if we do this and do that, there will be consequences. No, there will not be any consequences at all. All it takes is for you to say enough. You are fired. We are your constituents. You are in there because you work for us. You are not doing your job. You fired. It is that simple. No gunshots needs to be fired. It's that simple. We just say you fired. You out. Gone. It's the same if you work for Walmart and you are hired to stock shelves and you say to your boss, I don't want to stock shelves. I just want to go over there and sit and smoke cigarettes all day. You can bet on you can lose your job. That's the exact same principle. You voted them into office, and what are they doing? They're turning around and bite the hands that feed them. And when the day is over, they're smoking cigar and drink whiskey and laugh their asses off because you're so gullible and stupid. You believe everything they say. So you can say we are actually living in a scientific dictatorship, but you can break free of that without consequence, without violence. It's really that simple. They're there because you put them there. You can take them away again. You don't even have to take them away by voting. We can go there and say, out. We did not send you here to ruin us. Did we? You're not doing your job, you out. Fired. Here we got a fresh, new leaf on the branch. One with visions, one who know what this is about. We're going to put him or her in there instead of you. Bye. And there will be no pension for you either. If you want pension, well, then we're going to sue you for treason. So you go home and find yourself a local job if anybody wants to hire you after your treasonous act. It's that simple. It's really that simple. You put them there, you can move them away again. And it don't have to be done by vote. You've got to understand that. So Representative Elise Stefanik, Republican New York, has particularly vocal about Biden's failing. Joe Biden continues to put America last by shipping pallets of baby formula to the southern border, and American families face empty shelves. That's unacceptable. Yet you could bet on it's unacceptable. Americans first, period. Period. It's not our problem. They choose to come here. We are not to serve them. They came here because Biden administration told them to come up here to dilute and ruin America. That's the game. Stefanik tweeted, American mothers and their babies shouldn't suffer because of the Biden border crisis. Hell no. You pick them up and you ship them right back over the border. Pick up, throw them out. You don't even have to process them. Just throw them out. Grab them, throw them back over the border. It's that simple. They come back, arrest them, put them in jail for life. Migration is illegal. Illegal. Punishable by law. Illegal. I don't feel sorry for them. Look how clean they all are when they arrive. No one looks like they've been freaking walking 1,000 miles. They all got clean clothes, look like they've just been washed. Every one of them. How do you think you would look if you've been walking through South America, up through Central America, through Mexico, into United States with a pocket full of money, such as, let's say, $50 maximum in your currency, whatever you have on you? You think you can afford to take a bath somewhere? You think you can afford to wash your clothes? Do you think you will even have money enough to feed yourself on that entire journey? No, you would not. You would have been starved to death. But they all come up here and they all look like they freaking just went through the shower and the laundromat. Every one of them. And you just watch on and say, oh, it's so bad for them. Oh, let's help them. No, I don't want to help them at all. I want to kick them back over the border, back to where they came from. That's my stance. Enough. In a later tweet, Stefanik predicted huge losses for Democrats come November. If we ever get there, if we're not already in a world war, it seems like they are beating on that drum badly. And that leak, according to the press, that America helped Ukraine in sinking that Russian flagship. You think that was a leak? No, it was not a leak. It was done on purpose. Why? To enrage the enemy, so-called enemy, into an armed conflict between us and Russia. A conflict that should not be there at all. And it wasn't there before Biden. But now we're right back to the Cold War days. And I grew up during the Cold War. And there's nothing you can tell me about this. Nothing. You're born after the Berlin Wall fell. You got no bloody clue. And I can assure you the American school system is not going to tell you the truth about the matter. Not at all. You got no idea how oppressive the Soviet Union were. Just as bad as China. And yet you keep buying China goods, supporting them and their cause for atrocities against humanity. But oh no, Russia's so bad. Look what they're doing to the Ukrainian. What has the Chinese people done for the last 80 years? You don't look upon that. It's much worse than what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. Much worse. You don't even compare. But I'm going to go to Walmart tomorrow. I need to make a shopping list, and half of the product you buy comes from China. Meaning you keep putting money into them. Meaning you're supporting crimes against humanity. You should actually take that iPhone you have and throw it out the window. Or smash it with a hammer and go get an Android instead. Because every iPhone is made by a Chinese slave. I don't have an iPhone. I don't want an iPhone. I don't want to put money in China. No way. And on the other hand, I don't like iPhone, period. The way the menu sucks, the function of the phone bloody sucks. Got no options in that phone. You can't even put a memory card in it. Can't do shit with that phone. It's like a closed world. You buy it and you're screwed with it. I don't like them. I never did. I had one once, several years ago, and it sucked. It just sucked. And you can only use Apple's specified apps to get inside the phone and do stuff on your phone. That is my bloody choice. What I want to do. It's my property, isn't it? I make the choices. No, you can't do that. You can only use Apple's. And most of the stuff on Apple Store costs money, while you on Android get pretty much everything for free. How about that? That's freedom of choice right there. I'm not saying that Android is not spying on you. They probably are. But you've got more options to fiddle around with. So, the Republican Party is a party of parents, babies, grandparents, families, and patriotic Americans. Oh, we can't say patriot. If you're a patriot, you're a white supremacist. Even though we have had Asian people serving in the military, we got black people serving in the military, we got white people serving in the military, but if you are saying you're a patriot, you are a white supremacist. If you love your country, you are a white supremacist. That's the rhetoric today. And you're the enemy. And that's why they did the false flag attack up in Buffalo, New York. You gotta fuel the flames because they're dying out. Right? The George Floyd issue has fizzled out. We need to get something back. Gosh, we need to keep this going. Come on. We need to get this going. What do we do? Oh, we take this MK Ultra guy and we put him up there and then we send him a signal to go shoot in that particular neighborhood. And then we can call him a white supremacist and then we can fuel the flames of hatred between the races. What they fear the most, that is that white people and black people coming together and finding out who is the enemy. That's you in DC. That's why they need to do this. They have to do it. They don't have a choice because they will lose power if they don't. People will wake up. People will start talking. They don't want us to talk. They just want us to be silent and obedient and expect our annihilation at any time they see fit. And accept the fact that they want you dead. They're already proven that in 2020-21, they want you dead. So, members of the left went after Stefanik for her comments. You don't got anything, lefties. You have nothing. You're a communist. You have no right to say anything. You're an enemy of state. Thousands of people in this country has died to fight communism. And how dare you sit in DC being a communist and telling us what to do? You are an enemy of state. Enemy. You want to destroy this country from within and from without, but mostly from within. That's how communists work. Okay, a communist from California, of course. Eric Swalwell. Hell is that last name? Are you swallowing well? What does that allude to? Something rainbow flag? Said, if you are in Congress and propose starving babies to death, you deserve to have your name trend. What? Did he really say that? Wow. You're the one causing the problem. See, that's exactly the methodology of the communists. They always blame the opposition for the things that they are doing themselves. That's communism in a nutshell. It's the cornerstone in the, no, it's not. It's the second stone in communism. The cornerstone in communism is socialized welfare, meaning Obamacare. That's the cornerstone that they choose for you. You don't choose your own doctor. They also choose what kind of treatment you need and can all have the right to have. Even though you're paying a staggering amount of your paycheck to the insurance company, meaning your health care, they don't give a shit. You just pay up and we choose for you. Who gets help, who gets not. Sifting out the weak from the strong. That's communism right there. Good slaves, dead slaves. What are the odds Eric had some good Chinese baby, has some Chinese baby he wants pallets of formula sent to? Yeah, that would probably not be a problem. Not at all. They're comrades in the first place, so yeah, that would be simple. He just needs to put a stamp on it and ship it off with FedEx. And it's done. No, he'll ship it off with Amazon. Because Amazon is absolutely a part of the problem, not the solution. Bezos is a filthy communist. Period. Stop buying Amazon products. Stop freaking buying that shit. Get back to eBay. Drop them. Drop them dead. I'm serious. He's an enemy. He just makes fat money on you. And all he wants to do is get rich on you and don't give a shit about you. Period. And I won't trust Elon Musk either. He wants to put a chip in you. That should say a lot about him. Man and machine should not be mixed. That is the 10 toes of the Daniel prophecy. The iron is the AI. The clay is you. They want to merge those. Transhumanism. And Elon Musk is part of that. So is Bezos. So are the communists. That's what they want. On Thursday, the White House said it had taken steps to counter the shortage. What steps? Are you recalling all the formulas you've sent to the southern border and you have sent to Ukraine? Are you saying we want it back because we need to feed the American children first? Are you going to do that? Because the production is already made, it's already packaged, it's already sent out. to the wrong party. Therefore, you have to replenish, meaning you have to start new production, produce, package, send out. How long will that take before it hits the shelves? And to what price? Hit the shelves in American retailers. How long is it going to take? It cannot be right that you can buy a baby formula for $20 a can, and now if you want to buy it online because of this shortage, it costs $120. Are you out of your flipping mind? You created this problem, you fixed this problem, or you fired. You fix it now. You fix it yesterday. You fixed the problem. Last week you fixed it, meaning you fired. I don't work for you. You work for me. You're not my boss. You will never be my boss. You work for me. You got that? You work for me. Can't figure that out? Get out. You're fired. That's the attitude America should have. Enough of this politics, 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 politics. There is no politics. There's inhumane policies crammed down your throat. And you just turning the other cheek too and think that's okay. But the most important thing of all of this, oh no, he's doing it again. Yeah, bloody well I do. You call upon our Father in heaven. You turn to him. And I assure you, he will help you. But you have to turn to him with all your heart and all your mind. Meaning you stay with him, even with help arise. Don't do like the Israelites has been doing for thousands of years. Oh God, we need you. And God helps them. And then they lean back and say, whoa, man, we got scot-free here. Okay, thank you, God. You can go home. We don't need you. And then the enemy comes back again. Oh, we need you, Father. That's how they've been acting all through history. And then he helped them. Why does he help them? Because he's a loving Father. What does a loving Father do on planet Earth? He helps his child. His child is in need. He throws everything he has in his hands and help that child. Even though that he knows that this child will fail again. And call upon him. Dad, come and help me. Help me. And Dad, because he loves, will keep doing it. That's exactly the same thing with our Father in heaven. He's going to help you. But what would be even better, that is, if you stay with him, you stay true to him, you shall prosper like never before. Entire life, you shall prosper. You will meet difficulties, but he will be there and see to you get through those difficulties. Because there are people out there that are like Democrats. They just want to throw a monkey wrench into the system and screw things up. That's what they do. That's what they've done all along. I mean, they're bloody communists before communism even were invented. They're the reason for the Civil War. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? Well, you do now. If you don't trust me, well, I will go to foreign literature and read about the American history regarding the Civil War. Don't go on a library here in America, because history in this country is distorted. Why? Because they don't want you to know the truth. Because if you know the truth, they can't divide and conquer. Fact. So yeah, we have a shooting in New York. Yeah, we have CRT in our school system. We want to fight and get rid of white supremacy. I don't know what that shit is. You've just seen the hardship white people have had all through the history of this country compared to black people. Oh, the black people, they were so mistreated. Well, black people had black slaves. Did you know that? Do you know who were the first slaves in this country? The Irish. We don't owe black people anything. The only thing we owe them, that is, they have the exact same rights as everybody else. No matter what skin color, no matter what religious belief they have, no matter culture, and so on. It doesn't matter. 27 amendments in the Constitution ensures that if you are an American citizen, if you are a migrant, you are going to be kicked out back to where you came from. I don't owe you anything. I'm not to help you. America first. God bless you.